Hey, what's up? This is Tim,
This is Win.
and welcome to our sports talk show.
All right, welcome to the UFC 235 predictions. We will be looking at the top 3 fights in the main card, and we're going to start with Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler.
This is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be really good because it's Ben's first fight in the UFC. Yes, he's undefeated, and he has won no contest, but I mean, Dana, I think, purposely put him against Robbie Lawler to give him, he's a tough fighter. So I'm having a hard time with this. If it goes to the ground, Ben does a really good job, but I would like Robbie to win. I don't like Ben Askren's attitude.
I also think Ben Askren hasn't faced the competition of the UFC, so Robbie Lawler is a very tough fight for a guy coming into the UFC.
Yeah.
So I think
agree.
it's going to be a tough fight. And I think, like you said, if it stays on the feet, I think Robbie Lawler is going to catch him. And I think Ben Askren has shown a weakness in his stand-up. In his one known contest, he was kind of struggling on the feet against Santos. Santos was getting the best of him until it was ruled like a disqualification. But I think if I had to make a prediction, I'd say Robbie Lawler catches him, just because Robbie Lawler has some strength in his ground game where he's not
he's not that bad on the ground to where
he's not that bad.
If it goes there, it ends.
And Ben Askren's striking just doesn't put. I don't think it put fear in Robbie Lawler. So
The one good thing though, I saw obviously him and Tyron Woodley are really good friends. So he's been practicing with Tyron as far as throwing hands. Tyron could throw some bombs, so maybe that would probably help him out a little bit. But I'd say Robbie Lawler wins it, maybe like towards the end of round 2, early round 3.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I'd say round 2 or round 3. I think the first round's probably going to be maybe boring because they're sort of
feeling each other out.
Yeah, I think Robbie Lawler's going to not want to fresh Ben Askren to take him down, and then Ben Askren's going to be a little worried about Robbie Lawler catching him. So I think round 2 or 3 it picks up, and then I think that's where Lawler catches him. So I think it'll be Lawler round. If I'd go, I'd say round 3 knockout.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. What about the welterweight? I'm a big fan of Tyron Woodley. Although he's a little bit picky, doesn't really get along with the UFC. I kind of like the guys that stand against the UFC. So, but I think it's an easy fight for Tyron. I think his ground game is very well rounded. He's a heavy hitter. I mean, we saw what he did with Darren Till. I think he's probably gonna bag this in the first couple of rounds if I had to guess.
And I think Tyron Woodley is very underrated when it comes to his IQ.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, some say he fights boring, but
except his rap song was
that
really showed how low his IQ was.
But when he fights, he might make the fight boring, but he takes minimal damage, and he kind of puts the favor in his position since he is the champion. Mm-hmm. So in order to be the champion, you have to beat him. So I'm gonna go with Woodley. I'll say it's gonna be I'll go with submission because I think Usman's going to try to take him down because he's not going to be able to get him on the feet. And I think Woodley's underrated on the ground. We saw what he did to Darren Till.
Yeah.
He submitted him. So I think Woodley's going to catch him in a choke or armbar or something along those lines. But I'll go with Woodley probably I'll go with round 4.
Round 4. Because it's
the championship fight.
Well, perfect. Wow. Yeah, I think Woodley gets him on the feet. He's going to be going for that takedown, not going to be looking out. I think he's going to be able to clip him and probably end it on the feet. Knock him out, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a heavy puncher, so.
And I don't know who else is left for Woodley. He already knocked out Robbie Lawler. Colby, I don't think Colby's anything major. So it'll be interesting to see if he moves up to 185.
Who would he fight at 185 if he did?
Well, probably the winner of Whitaker and then either Calvin or Israel. Try to be a double champ, get the money. So that would be.
I don't think Dana's going to support that decision though. He's not a very big fan of Tyron.
No, but I think it's what we went back on. It's Tyron's just smart. He's not going to put himself in a position where.
I mean, the thing, he's getting a little older too. He's 36, so
yeah. So he doesn't have a lot of time.
He's got to do something quick.
Yeah.
And then now the main event. I mean, John Jones, he said he's going to fight 4 times this year. I feel like this is a little tune-up fight. I mean, Anthony Smith is not to be taken as a joke, but it is John Jones that he's fighting. I think John Jones walks through this. Literally, it's a walk in the park.
Yeah, John Jones is he's similar to Woodley in terms of having a lot of high IQ, and Anthony Smith he has power, but
Yeah.
John Jones he has that reach, and he just uses it very intelligently. So I think it's going to be probably like a John Jones round 3, round 2 maybe. Same thing
Yeah.
as Gustafson. So and then I see John Jones moving up to the heavyweights, and probably maybe winning a championship there. But I think that's where it gets interesting once he gets to the heavyweights.
Yeah, for sure. He said he would rather fight Brock than DC because he's already made him cry twice.
Yeah, but Dana said DC deserves Brock
Oh, for sure.
because he's done everything for the company. So
Yeah.
maybe Brock gets 2 fights, but it'll be interesting who they slate for John Jones if he goes heavyweight. You got Stipe, you got a lot of interesting.
How do you think he's gonna do it?
powerful-
How do you think he's gonna do it in heavyweight?
That's going to be the interesting thing to see because he's going to go against guys who are like 265, 255. It's no longer 205.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to have a lot more power than he's accustomed to.
For sure.
it'll be
Oh, the Roys really help.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the predictions. Let us know what you guys think, and I think it's gonna be a really nice stack card. There's some other cards. There's some other fights in the card that we didn't get to speak about, but it's gonna be a really nice card. Check it out.